Welcome back to Sportsbook Review Videos. It is that time once again this week where Swinging Johnson and I do a weekly NFL picks battle. And so far through the season, picks with totals and spreads, I am 6-2. The Swinger is 6-4. And this is the area, Swinger, we got to get back on track. It's our totals this week. I think I like both of our picks here this week a lot. What do you have for us?
I've been a hot mess in totals, no question about it, Jordan. But I'm going to break that streak, baby. I am 0-3 thus far, but you know what? It's the due factor, and I am due. Packers 49ers total is 48 and a hook. And based on what we've seen thus far, it looks like the Green Bay Packers are just the latest high-octane offense coming along to tear apart the San Francisco 49ers. Packers, as you know, average 32 points per game, fourth in the NFL, while the Niners have been just giving points up in bunches over the last couple. I mean, they've got absolutely torched on the road, giving up a combined 90. Yes, that's 90 points to the Steelers and the Cardinals combined. And this just looks like another example of the 49ers meeting just one of those juggernauts. But you know what? I think things are going to be a little bit different, and I'm going to tell you why. The Packers are on the road, and that makes, believe it or not, makes a big difference to Aaron Rodgers and the gang. I mean, I know that they covered the number in their opener when they went to Soldier Field, beat the Bears 31-23, covered the 6-point impost. But you know what? Conventional wisdom holds that it's a blanket 3 points, a metaphorical 3 points that the home team gets for playing at home. But there's a stat out there that says the home field means even more to the Packers than virtually any other team in the league. And that home field historically represents about a 5-point boost. So when they're on the road, it really takes away from that je ne sais quoi, I guess you could say, that they have. Now, let's not forget, the 49ers are finally back home, okay? I know they got wasted on the road. Hey, who hasn't gotten wasted on the road, Jordan, right? Okay?
I know what you got there.
But in their week one opener, they defeated the Vikings 20-3, and that defense looked absolutely fine. Now, just check this out. Packers are working on a short week. Hey, if they played the Monday night game, now they have to travel west. Now, regardless of how bad you believe Colin Kaepernick to be, and, you know, it's hater nation against Colin Kaepernick. I get it. Threw 4 picks last week. Probably, you know, definitely the worst game of his career. It's not going to happen. Just not going to happen this Sunday. He played the Cardinals defense, which is markedly better than the Green Bay defense. 49ers, in my estimation, are going to play a heavy dose of Carlos Hyde to chew up the clock, keep Rodgers off the field. Now, I understand the Packers are going to have their share of points against this San Francisco defense, but the grinded out kind of style, the travel letdown that you're going to feel from Green Bay, and the fact that they're back in San Francisco, you know what? I think this one goes low, so I'm going under 48 and a hook.
You saw what the Niners did at home in week one, and then you collectively seen what they've done in the last 2 weeks on the road, and it's just been absolutely a complete 180 turnaround. I am right here with you. It's a situation where if the situation was flipped and this game was at Lambeau, I would call you crazy because the Packers would probably drop 35 on this defense. But the Niners defense, I think, has the ability to play better at home, and like you said, they're going to run Carlos Hyde 25 plus times in this game and keep Aaron Rodgers sitting on the sideline without his helmet on, dreaming of Olivia Munn. So that is the Swingers pick at minus 40 under 48 in the hook. I think also you could probably wait a little bit, and that line might go up because I think you just might have the people blindly betting the over because it's the Packers and they just think that they're going to waste the 49ers like they've been wasted over the last few weeks. So you might even be able to get a little more value on that one as well here if you wait a little bit. My pick, however, is another underplay, but a lot lower total in this one, and it's the Minnesota Vikings heading into Denver to play the Broncos. Now, a lot has been made about the Broncos defense. They're looking like one of the better units, if not the best unit in football. Their pass rush is vicious. Their secondary is one of the best units, if not the best unit in the entire NFL. And they're going up against a Vikings team that, really have looked good at home, but on the road, man, it's been ugly. Talking about the 49ers game in week number 1, you remember how that looked? They could potentially put up a game, not like that, but, a game where they don't get out of the teens. And if that's the case, this game is definitely going under at 43 points. Minnesota also giving up less than 150 passing yards per game. With the way that the Broncos' run game has looked, I think that plays right into the Minnesota's defense hands. I think it's something not a lot of people are talking about here with this one, and that 43 points, not even the lowest total of the week by far, but still, combined, probably the best defensive game of the entire week 4 schedule. If you combine the two teams' defenses, you have the unders cashed at 6-3 in Denver's last 9 games dating back to last season, including the playoffs. Unders cashed in 5 of the last 6 for Minnesota dating back to last season as well. Under 43 here looks really intriguing in a game we could see, 21-17, something like that, where less than 40 points is the end game here. What do you think on this one?
Well, the gambling world is filled, littered with uneducated gamblers, and that's why they built Las Vegas, man. I'm telling you. And the preconceived notions that the public has really absolutely paralyzes them, because if you look quickly at this game, you say, okay, the game's at Mile High, Denver. Wait a minute, total's 43. Oh, we're going over. What are you kidding me? But you know what? I mean, when you do a little research, just even a little bit, take a look at what's been going on with Denver. I mean, Peyton Manning. First of all, Denver is the most unimpressive 3-0 team in the league. But
their offensive line is awful right now, too.
I
didn't mention that.
Yep, they are. And Peyton Manning obviously is not the Peyton Manning of old. You've got, you just quoted that stat on Minnesota. I think this is, the 43, it just looks ridiculously low for Mile High. But you know what? This is a new breed of Broncos. This is a team that puts the clamps on defense, and they're a much more pedestrian offense than they've ever been, since Manning's been there, certainly. And, you know what? If I had to go one way or the other, I'd go low on this one. I think you're on the right side here. I really do like this pick.
That is, those are your total picks for the Swinger and I. He is going under 48.5 between the Niners and Packers. I'm going under 43 between the Vikings and the Denver Broncos. Make sure you check out our spread picks as well. I got a couple of best bets over there for you as well. But for Swinging Johnson, I am Jordan Sharp for Sportsbook Review. Best of luck to you on all of your Week 4 NFL picks.